The Silverback Awards, first of all, they give the industry an opportunity to identify and reward exceptional talent. Because I mean, we've seen campaigns, we've seen ads on CNN, on Sky, on Fox, and we're like, yeah, that was an amazing piece of work.
The Silverbacks help, try to push the people who are creating these adverts to do a little more and know that it's beyond what they like, it's beyond the simple things, but it goes beyond that to deliver something for the brands they work for, but also for the people who are watching.
I think the correct thing to say is that this is the first time we're looking at awarding the work that is done by our creative people. Because many times they are the unsung heroes. In other markets it's not new, but for us it is new.
People need to understand what the role of award ceremonies is. Many times people make mistakes and assume that award ceremony is about patting each other on the back and just celebrating what. No. Award ceremonies is iron sharpening iron. It's a panel of judges, people respected in the industry, and as the awards evolve, we'd love to see again more creative people involved in the judging process. But what that does is it sets a benchmark. Every year, when we look at the best work done in the market, it sets a level at which the industry should never dip below.
It's been great to get the international experience all the way from South Africa to us, the locals, and then to have some creative people but who are neutral, and then to have us who have been in the marketing field for a while.
The judging process was interesting and quite challenging at the same time. One thing that we did, obviously the focus of judging any awards event or any ceremony is that you want to set the standard for creativity, but at the same time, when it's also like a fresh awards ceremony, there's a slight bit of leniency that the judges, I think, agreed on using so as not to discourage but to see the potential for more growth.
Looking at the submissions that we've been going through the past 2 days, personally I would say that the standard of creativity in the creative industry has kind of plateaued. There were some great, amazing works when you look back 3-4 years down the road, but most of the stuff that we've seen in the submissions, the wow effect is missing.
There was also a mix-up of categories. There was very, very great work, but submitted in the wrong categories. So by default, unfortunately, we couldn't award those, but I hope that next time we can have the criteria very clear and that brands as well can submit.
Nonetheless, we have been pleased with some categories in terms of the work that has been submitted, in terms of the level of creativity and the thought process that has gone into some of these original campaigns. So we've been looking at originality, we've been looking at the insight, we've been looking at the impact as well, because it's really crucial, because having great ideas without the impact, then it just remains, because you don't just create for the sake of saying, that was a great idea, but what's the impact on the market, what was the impact for the clients.
You have to understand that this is inaugural, so there will have to be training done, there'll have to be examples shared. We still have quite a bit of a way to go in packaging the work well, in ensuring that we have beautiful 2-minute case study videos that tell the entire story, from the problem, the solution, what the magical bit was, and then the results. So these are things that the UAA, along with their chairman and their team, and along with the judging panel for next year, will ensure that we have to go and train people. We have to show them what the expectation is, because one key thing about award shows as well is not just having good work, but packaging it perfectly enough to sell your story.
Now, of course, the question always would be like, our clients don't have budget. But the question is, does award-winning work, is it really based on budget, or is it based on the idea and how you can execute it to fit within that budget so that you can have the impact that you want? So I really think that if at the back of our minds, our creative people can just continually ask themselves, is this award winning? Yes, so to work to have at least you know, like 1 or 2, if each creative person would say, I'm doing this or that, I am able to submit it for Silverbacks 2023, then we're going to really see some exciting stuff, and we're going to hear. The key thing is hear, not just to see, because we've seen a lot of focus on the visual, but also just to hear, so that even guys who are in the studio producing radio ads and producing radio jingles, that they will also ask themselves, is this award-winning work, so that we can get some more interesting submissions next year.